Okay, next after that, this is not very new technique. The table, using table, making the multiple blocks, making multiple section in your page, it is not new technique, it's an old technique. We have one more solution, like how to divide the page into multiple blocks using another tag that is called frame set tag. Frame set tag. So we are going to implement the frame set. Using frame set, we will divide the screen into multiple blocks. Again, under each block, we can call different files. I hope working for everyone. Yes, no, you can reply. It looks similar or different. This is the final output. That was your yesterday page. One page we are given you. Page look like this. Okay, then we can go ahead. TD if you use, it will come in left side. TD. TH if you use, it come in the center. Realme Pro, what's your name? You can tell me your name in the chat. I will change here. Okay, so in HTML folder, again we'll create a new file. Create a method HTML folder. Okay, one folder you have made as a project one, right? Okay, let it be that separate. You can create another folder, frame set. Frame set. It will give us little logic how you can divide your page into multiple blocks. Frame set folder. Create a folder called frame set in your HTML or whichever the folder structure you are following. Create a folder called frame set folder. Okay. Next we will create the file under the frame set folder. Next file will go under the frame set folder. Before that, one small logic is required to understand. Suppose this is my screen. This is my screen. Okay. In this total screen size, whichever we have, the total height will be as a 100% height. Total height will be as a 100% height. I reduce little. So this is assume like a screen. So total height from top to bottom, if we'll say top to bottom plus bottom to up, total height. Whichever the height is there, all the height, we should not count 800, 900 or 500. As a developer, we are going to count total height is 100%. And total the width, whichever we have, total the width, whichever we have, total width in all the screen will be considering as a 100%. 100%. Pixel we can calculate later, but total, whichever the size you have, whether a small laptop, large laptop, desktop, any screen size, total height of the screen will be 100%, total width of the screen is 100%. Okay. Now this total height of the screen or total width of the screen, suppose if I break into, so this will be called as a, we know already, this will be called as a column, right? Column only, no? Columns, right? Now this column represent the height or width. What it represent? Width. So whenever the width will come, its width will represent the column, and if the column come, width column will represent the width. When we say 3 columns, that meaning total width we are dividing into 3 parts. 3 parts, that will be called 3 columns. Okay. So I will write here simple one line. Calls or columns represent the width. Okay. In the term of our development, the column or calls represent the width. Next, suppose the total height, if you break into, assume like 4 rows or maybe 3 rows according to need. Now row is not dealing with the width, row is dealing with the height, correct? So whenever the rows, this word will come, for developer it represent row, it represent the height. Okay, it represent the height. So total height we are going to break into multiple pieces. You can call it a rows. Total width you are going to divide into multiple pieces. That will be called as a columns or calls. Okay. Our frame set is also going to deal with the same thing. The frame set we have one tag. That frame set tags is like the total monitor size, your window size, like total screen size. Whichever you have the monitor, whichever the screen size you have, whether 800, 900, 1200, 1500 by 1600, 2000 by 2000. Okay, total height of the screen, the frame set will call as a rows. Rows will be representing the height and calls will be representing the width. Okay. Now, if we understood this height and width, let me come to the new file. Okay, inside the new file, suppose assume this is our screen size. this screen size, if you are going to break into something like this, something like this, and something like this. Okay. So the first row, assume we have given the height as a 10% and width as a 100%. So what it will represent? The first row representing the height by width, where height is 10% and width is 100%. First row. Last row, if you say height as a 20% and again width as a 100%. Correct? The width is covering full width, but height is covering according to need. Now 20 plus 10, 30, correct? Remaining we have 70. So automatically the middle section will be having a height of 70% and width as a 100%. Okay. Now if I will run in mobile phone, then for me the upper section will be 10% only, bottom section will be 20%. Middle will be 70%. Or if anyone will open the large laptop, then in his tab laptop also, whatever the height of the screen is there, in that 10% will go to the first block, 20% will go to the last block, remaining 70% will go to the middle block. Okay. So our first example of frame set will be like this. We will create a one page where we will divide the page into only row wise in the 3 rows. Okay. After that, maybe next example will be where the middle row we can break into 3-4 columns, right? We will have a very good idea, okay, when I'm breaking the screen into multiple parts, right? How the frame set work plus how to call the different pages. So you will create a new file under the frameset folder called frameset1.html. Under the frameset folder, we will create a file. We will give the file name frameset1.html. This file will be under the frameset folder. Will not save here there. We'll save all the file in one place. Carefully you can save in the folder. It should be a file, not as a folder. Frameset1, frameset1.html. Okay, ready? Next, after that, HTML you have to start, and you are not going to use the body tag. Instead of body tag, you are going to use another tag that is called FRAMESCT, frameset. Your entire screen will be represented by frameset now. In the previous example, we have used the body, right? But when we create a frame set, in the frame set, there will be concept of parent page and child page. Okay, so parent page and child page. So this page, what we are creating, this is the parent page as a master page. According to this photo, according to the photo, your screen is dividing into 3 parts. So one page will be there where you will divide into 3 blocks, and under each block you have to call a different files. So total to execute this file, we required 4 files. One file where main dividation you are doing, and the second file will be called under this block, third file will call under this block, and fourth file will be called under this block. The HTML example what we have created, this only one file was completing entire section, but in the case of frameset, one file will not be sufficient to complete this entire. One file will help you to divide the page into multiple blocks, but in each block you have to call different files. Okay, so how that will be? Let's come. Tell me, sir. More than 100%. Thought itself is wrong. Okay. Bus is running by the 40 km speed. What will happen if jump from window? That is what is exception? Can be anything. Okay. If you are jumping, if the place is somewhere soft place, your life will be safe. Bus is running the left side, from right side, when another car will come, it's gone. Okay. So more than 100%, there is nowhere calculation. Depend on your browser wish. Some browser will consider, okay, developer has made some mistake, keep up to 100% only. Some browser will say, we don't know, if you're given more than 100%, some content will hide. Some browser will break the block. Some browser will not display the remaining content. Some browser will bring the scroller. That depends on the browser engine, how that is understanding, okay? But more than 100%, we have no any way to calculate. More than 100%, we don't have any option to calculate. Okay, pixel you have free. You can give 1 lakh pixel also. It is fine. When we give a 800 in this page, what we are given? You are given how much? Height is 600. You can give 6 lakhs also, no problem. The height will get increased up to there. Okay. Width, if you give instead of 80%, if you give as a 8,000 also, it will take the space of how much? 8,000. But when you come and give the width as a more than 100%, that is completely out of the box. Okay. 8,000 pixel will never say it is 100% or more than 100%. 8,000 pixel, if you say, what it will say? Suppose someone monitor will be 9,000 pixel, correct? Someone monitor will be 10,000 pixel width, correct? But when we say 110%, if your monitor is 8,000 pixel, also it considers 100% only. If your monitor is up to 800 pixel, also it will consider how much? 100% only. Okay. If your mobile phone is 300 pixel, that is also considering how much? 100% itself. Okay. But for pixel, there is no boundary. But for percentage, there is a boundary. Okay. Total screen size, whichever the screen size you have, it is 100%. Okay. If you are saying more than 100%, it will not go out of the window. It will be within the window only, but structure will be wrong. Okay. We will learn. We have total 3 types of height. Height, mean height, height auto. Where? Under CSS. Okay. Width, we have 4 types. Width in pixel, width in percentage. Minimum width can be in pixel, can be in percentage, and maximum width can be in pixel and can be percentage. Okay. So HTML is only for the structure, basic structure, not for the entire property and value. So entire property value we have separate, that is under the CSS. Okay, once the CSS comes, I will guide you whether you should follow the pixel or you should follow the percentage. When to follow the pixel and when to follow the percentage. If you are following the pixel, then what you should follow? You should follow the minimum width or maximum width, correct? Okay, height related also we have 3 options. Sometime you are going to write only height, sometime you are going to write minimum height, sometime you are going to write as a height as a auto. Okay. So again, when we should give height auto, when you go to Google Gmail, Google Drive or Gmail or anywhere, every time in the Google Map or other, you will see your profile will display how bigger, very small, everywhere. Google Map also, if you go and see the photo of the people, will be complete small, right? If you resize also, it will not come. Okay, go to the Gmail, go to the profile photo. If you keep your profile photo, always it will display the same size, correct? So there is no any calculation of minimum height, maximum height. It's a fixed height. Always it's 100 by 100 or 20 by 20. It's a fixed height. Okay. But same thing, go to the Facebook. If you are not on your profile, if you are different page, your profile will come small. If you click on profile photo, it will become big size. Go to the WhatsApp. If you are in the normal chat list, your profile will display small. If someone will click on your profile will come big size. That's condition. Okay.
Sierra,
The solution, it will come one by one. Hello.
yes, Sierra, I have just one question. If I have tried height here with 80%, as you have given 600, so but still, why it's not covering the 80% of the page?
It will cover the 80% of your screen.
Means, as we have seen with no, I don't think so. If for me, it's covering 50%, not 80%.
Covering 80%. No?
Yeah, this is covering 80%. Yeah. This I was expecting actually, but somehow for me it's covering 50% only. I've given height.
Which editor you are using?
I'm using the Sublime.
In the Sublime, there is some extra line is written here, doc type.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Because of that.
Okay. Thank you.
100%.
Yeah. This is expected one. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Come to this file now. The frameset1.html you have created, you need to remove that doc type. You have a line somewhere called doc type.
Yeah, I will remove. Yeah.
You can remove that line. Doc type is required if we write the HTML5 related elements. This is not HTML5 elements. This is HTML4 elements. HTML5 elements we will learn with the CSS. HTML5 tags will not give you any different value, different meaning without CSS. HTML5, all the tags are enclosed with the CSS. So if you are using any HTML5 tags, to make the value, to make the look, you can visibility plus better look and feel of the HTML5 tags, we have to combine the CSS with that. We have to extend their property, then only it will give something. So doc type declaration, whenever it comes, that represent in your page, there is some element that belong to HTML5. But in our page, as of now, whichever we have follow, all belong to HTML4. Doc type will remove, then height and width will work. Okay. Now come to this file. Right inside, rows equal to first row give 10%, second row you give 70%, and third row you give 20%. Okay, 10, 70, 20. So this frame set we are learning here, it is the preparation for the future. What is that? There is some functionality in HTML that can be achieved through the frame set. Okay. Once you move one step next, similar functionality, once you learn the JavaScript, in JavaScript, the term we have called as Ajax. Definitely the number of technology will be more. In HTML, you are writing only HTML to achieve similar, not 100% same, but the similar. Okay. In JavaScript, you have to write HTML also, CSS also, you can say JavaScript also, some concept of, you can say XML also, some concept of the client server communication also. After combining the five something together, it will call as Ajax. But experience will be like as a frame set only. Go ahead next. In the Ajax, there will be some problem. So again, in the future, you may use the Angular jQuery Under the jQuery, we have a feature called jQuery Ajax. jQuery also have Ajax. That is called jQuery Ajax. Okay. Again, moving forward, due to again some limitation, Angular React has given the feature called routing. Angular and React has given the feature called routing. Routing, correct? So actual logic is going to come from here. Once you come in Ajax, that time there will not be any need to explain you how Ajax is going to work. Will remember, yes, you remember the frame set, what was happening. We were clicking here, content was coming here, page was not reloading at all. Yesterday example, if you remember, we have made copy paste, copy paste. Many file we created and we did a copy paste. And in each file, let's complete this page, then I'll guide you. In yesterday page, whenever we were clicking anywhere, entire URL was getting changed and page was getting reload also. Okay, you want to see that? How was that? So first write this line. The concept of frame set will be remain similar under the Ajax. The concept of frame set will be remain similar under the jQuery Ajax. The concept of frame set will remain similar under the Angular React College. Feature name is College routing. Okay, this is for what purpose? This the line I have written. This is going to help you to create a asynchronous page. Synchronous and asynchronous, two terms we have. Synchronous says like whenever you click on any link, your entire page will reload. Okay, entire page will reload. That we have seen in day-to-day life. Multiple hundred websites you have browsed. Whenever you click any link, entire page will get reload. That is called as a synchronous concept. There is another concept in the web technology that is called asynchronous. When you click on the link, content will come, but page will not reload. Okay, so the line we have written this one and we are learning that is the asynchronous technique. Where you click in the link, page will come, content will go and come, URL will not change. Okay, URL may change, but your page will not reload. In yesterday example, if you see, let me go to the project one folder and run any file. This file. I am on the about page now. URL is also the about. Let me go to the login page. You can see page will get reload plus content will get changed. Go to the home file. Page is reloading. URL is changing. Here. Right? Page reload completely. URL change, content change, page change. URL get reload. Page will get reload. So this is called a synchronous technique. You are going from one page to other page. Your URL will change, then only content will change. Okay, asynchronous technique. Okay, so it has somewhere you can say advantage also, disadvantage also. The technique what you are creating the page, this is called as a asynchronous technique. Only through the HTML. You will click a link, your URL will be same, but the content will get changed. Content will come from other file. Okay, now in this example, when we are clicking here, content is coming from other file, but URL is getting changed, plus page also get reload. Okay, see the benefit. Suppose when I am on the home page, the header remains same. When I am on the about page, header remains same. Contact page also, header remains same. Login page, header remains same. Register page, upper section remains same. Correct? In all the pages, upper section is same or different? Same. Only the content is changing under the bottom section. So the web technology says like there is a huge traffic on internet. Day by day, generation are increasing very fast. Okay, in your page, suppose some content is similar in all the pages. Some content is same in all the pages. Then what is the logic to reload again and again? There is no logic to reload again and again. If the content is similar in all the pages, then whichever the content is similar, fix that. Don't load again and again. Those content is unique, load that only. That come under which case? That come under the concept of asynchronous. Synchronous concept says like whether your content is unique or content is duplicate, you have to reload it. Okay. And asynchronous concept says like since the on internet there is huge traffic, if your page will reload entire content, it will take some time. User experience will be bad. So better than that, load only those portion that is required. Don't load those person that is repeated in all the pages. That come under which example? Asynchronous example. Okay. So the example you are creating, that is for that understanding. Okay. So come on. So what we did, a frame set says like I'm going to cover your entire height of the screen and entire width of the screen. So we have mentioned like row wise, saying like you cover only the row, don't look for the columns. Let's column to consider as a 100% entire width. Okay. Now 10% of the screen will be one section, 70% of the screen will be another section, last 20% of the screen will be another section. Let's go here now. Under the first 10%, you are going to not write directly anything here. You are not going to display content from directly from this page. You are going to bring some content from other source, like other files. So for that, we have to use a tag called frame, F-R-A-M-E, frame. Frame is the tag name it used to call a file. It used to load a different file. Frame set is the tag name that used to break the screen into multiple rows and columns. Frame set will help you to break the screen into multiple rows and columns where the frame is the tag that will help you to load a file. Now let's see. The first 10%, it will come in the sequence. So under the first 10%, we are calling a frame. Under that, we are mentioning the src equal to a file called header.html. A file called header.html. So what will happen is under the first 10%, one file will get included and the file name will be header.html. Under the header.html, whatever line you are going to write, whatever the content you are going to write, that content will appear under the 10% height and 100% of the width. So frame set for what purpose? To divide into multiple rows and columns. Frame is for what purpose? To load a file in each blocks. Suppose you created 10 blocks. Under each block, you need to display something. So what you have to do, under each block, you have to call the frame tag. And using frame tag, you need to include another file. That file will have some content that will come as output. Write the next line. So 10% is over. Now pending is 70. It will follow the sequence. In the 70%, you will write a frame src equal to, we can give another file, welcome.html. It's a dependent tag. Frame set is a dependent tag. Come down below, frame src. Frame src. Now it is pointing to the last 20%. We will call a file called footer.html. Check now. There may be problem in the first frame set line you have written. Double quote start once and its end in the last. You should not open and close double quote many times. That is a possibility of mistake. The rows equal to double quote start and directly at end double quote is closing. In between multiple numbers separated by comma should not exceed by 100%. Okay, hope written. Now run the frameset one.html file. You will see your screen will break into three parts. Window will break into three parts: 10, 70, 20. Three blocks should appear in the page. Three blocks should appear in the page. Everywhere it will say page not found. Something like this. Something like this. It will say page not found because the pages we are calling home, welcome, and footer, that is not exist. So page not found will come. We will create page. After that, it will be proper.
Sierra, what does SRC stand for?
Hello.
Yeah, what does SRC stand for? What does it mean?
Source. SRC called is source.
Source. Oh, okay, okay.
Source. Problem here is the last line. Here. After 70% comma is missing. Take the three parts, run the page, save it. Okay, next after that. Go to the settings. I have enabled access. All the completion. Six checkboxes. So now, okay. Next, after that, if six blocks are coming in your page, then three blocks are coming in your page, then we have to create the three pages. One is called this one, header, welcome, and footer. So the current file, frame one becomes a parent file, master file, and the header, welcome, and footer is going to be a child file. Okay. So your parent file, the master file, has divided the screen into multiple blocks, and each block, with the help of frame tag, we are calling another file. We have two type of tag. One is called this is called frame set. Frame set. Using the frame set, we call the file within the server. Using frame set, we call the file within the server. We have another tag called iframe. Using iframe, we call the file from other server. Okay, in some website, you will see the Twitter likes will be there. Facebook likes will be there. Suppose a website called xyz.com has a like from the Facebook. People have not like in his website. People have like where? Under the Facebook. Numbers of likes are available in the Facebook server, but it is displaying in different website. How it's come? That tag name is called iframe. In the tag name iframe, we have to give the URL. The content should come from where? Particular URL from different server. Okay. And then that server, whatever the content it will return, that will come and display in your website. Okay. So that is called as iframe. So iframe will help us to load the content from other server, whereas frameset will help us to load the content from the current server. Okay. From the same server. Okay. So in the same server, that is the technique. Like suppose when you are clicking on the menus, the pages has to come. So pages will be there in your current server. Page will not be in the someone else server, right? Okay. Now first create this file, then logic will be clear. So we are going to create a child file. Okay, that is called header.html. Master file will not have a body tag, but the child file have the body tag. Okay, in this, if you use body tag, it will not display you anything. Master files is like frame set. When you are dividing the page into multiple blocks, either you have to use the frame set or you have to use the body. If you are using the body, then you have to take the help from HTML, CSS, and that tag to divide into multiple blocks. But if you are using the frame set, in this case, bodies will not come. If you use body anywhere before frame set, it will not display you anything. If you want to see, I'll show you. Let's look at here. Body, suppose I open, and body will close here. Okay, now frame set is the part of body. Let's come to the browser. Everything is gone. Both you can't use together. In a master page, either body or frame set. If body and you are dividing into the multiple blocks, then you have to use the other technique. If the frame set, then you have to follow the frame set technique. So body we will never use under the master page of a frame screen. Close this. So we remove the body. Now it's completely based on frame set. Now this header file we need to create. Header file. Header file should be under your frame set folder. Header.html. Header.html should be in your header.html should be in your frame set folder. This file will start from HTML and it will have body and it will have some BG color. Suppose orange. Okay, and let's add a table in this so that directly this page will be finished. Line equal to center and cell padding somewhere 10 you can give. Then you write a TR. Then you follow the TD. This is going to be the separate page. This is the separate page, but we are not running the separate. We are going to run with the frame set. We'll complete it. We'll get to know home. Add some menus so more here. TD about us. One more TD. Contact us. One more TD. Login. One more TD. Register. One more TD. Services. Save this file. Let me know once you have done. Then we will run the frame set. After completion this file, you will not run this file. You will run your frame set file, main file, because inside the frame set we are calling the header. Whichever the output will be header, it will come in frame set. Okay, this file is ready. Check your frame set one. Run the frame set one. The header file content will appear there in the frame set in the bottom section. Top 10%. The top 10% of the frame set will be the content of your header file. The top 10% of your frame set will be the content from header file. Something like this. Menus. Header will appear here. You can create one more file, footer.html, background sky blue color or green color, some deep color. Create one more file, footer.html, body bg color green. Body bg color is a green. This is okay, right? You run this file. Then you are running that file. Which file? Header file. Header file is independent. It will work. But we are not allowing him to run independently. Header we are calling with the frame set. So header will be appear on the top 10% of this one, frame set file. So that file is ready. Now we'll create a file called footer. BG color is a green. Footer BG color is a green. Footer file is created. So hope the header is ready. Something like this or different. Okay then. I will go ahead next. We'll create file footer. Footer.html. It should start from HTML. We have body tag. Under the body tag, BG color, green color. Then under the green color, black color will appear, no problem. We can write here in H4 some company name. Example, suppose you write campus itself. Keep align as a center. Now write a paragraph after this. Align as a center. This is from footer section. Some content. Okay, so hope footer is ready. Now you will run again which file? Frame set. Frame set 1. If you run footer is a part of frame set 1, it will come in the last. In the green color, it will appear. Now we need to create one more file that is called welcome. As for the frame 1 file, header is ready, footer is ready. Next file should be called welcome. Try a welcome file, welcome.html. No any background color, just simple. In H1 you can write welcome home. Okay, welcome file should be under the same frame set folder. Welcome.html. HTML will follow. Body also will follow. Right? Will follow the H1. Welcome home. Align edge center. We can write paragraph here. Align edge center. We can write something in that. ABCD, ABCD. Two paragraph better you can break. Align equal to center. Okay, frame file we can check once. Frame set is including all three files. Frame set will be including all three files. Header separate, footer separate, welcome separate, and one frame one.html file, frame set one.html file is a collection of all the files, and all the files is combined in one place that become your master file. So hope for everyone should look similar. This is the final output. You can compare and let me know if wrong, then we can share some files. Yesterday video I uploaded there in the YouTube channel. Yesterday night, yesterday class video is there. You can have a look at that. But till Saturday it will be public only. Everyone can see. From Monday onwards will make it private. Okay, now in home file you can see, if you run the frame one page, the master page, if you are running the master page, this one, you can see there is a border. Border is there. This border is making a little alignment problem. User will have option, they can resize, they can do here, there. We can control it. We can make something user should not resize it. Okay, we can hide this border so that it will look at a clean page completely. Okay, so how to hide that? You need to go to the frame set page, main page. Go to the main page, and under the main page, under the main frame set page, the first line we have written rows 10, 70, and 20. After that, you can add one more property here called a border, BORDER, border equal to 0. 0. If you put 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 30 pixel border will come. If you put a 0, it's after double quote, border equal to 0. Then what benefit will happen is, you will not find any kind of border anywhere. Okay, there will not be any border anywhere. So hope the border is gone. If now your page will look complete clean and there should not be any kind of border. Page will look complete clean. If someone will look into the page, he can't identify easily whether the page is designed using HTML, CSS bootstrap, or page is designed using the CSS, or page is designed using the frame set. Your page will look like this, complete clean. Something like this. Header is separate, footer is separate, welcome is separate, welcome separate, but all are the part of one page. Something like this. No any kind of border at all. It will be complete clean page. Hoping same for everyone. Mistake is there, you should save it. WG double S. Another thing you can see, in my case, here, we go to the browser. Yeah, here in browser, okay, you can see home, about us, contact us, login, register, and services. I have written the text. In home, H is capital. If you have written a small, then mine is looking better than yours. You can check. Keep the first character uppercase. About us, A and U keep as a capital. Contact us, C and U keep as a capital. Login register keep LR capital. Services keep S capital. Okay, in which file? It's coming from which file? Header file. In header.html. Look at here. In header.html, the first character I have keep uppercase. It's look better. There is some rule regulation for that again. Okay. If the text length is up to 130 character, if text length is up to 130 character, the first character of every word should be uppercase according to digital marketing. It's look better when we read it. But if the as soon as your length increase more than 130 character, you follow 100% grammar rule. Okay, but up to 130 character, first character of every word keep as uppercase. Reader feel comfortable. Okay, so save it and let's do that again. Right? Okay, next after that, we will revise once what we did in this page. First, we created a page called home page, frame set page. Under the frame set page, using the frame set tag, we follow a property called rows. Based on rows, we divided into the 3 rows, 10, 70, 20. Next, after that, we use a frame tag. Using the frame tag, using their SRC property, you are reading a file, header, welcome, and footer. Header will present under the 10% height. Welcome will present under the 70% height. Footer will come under the 20% of the height. Now the header is the separate file, footer is separate file, welcome is a separate file. What you want to display under the 10, 70 and 20%, you need to go to the header file, footer file and welcome file, write the content, and after that, once you run the frame1.html file, the content of each page will get combined together in one page, and final output will become the combination of all the pages together. Okay. Next, our requirement is when we click on About Us, we are on which page now? Frame set. When you click on About Us, at the place of welcome, here is coming welcome home. The white section will get replaced by the content of About Us. Okay, that meaning the content should change under the middle section. When you click on register, the content of middle section should get changed. When you click on login again, the middle section content should get changed, but your page should not reload at all. URL will remain same, content will get changed. That will happen through the simple HREF property only, not difficult, but that we will be seeing tomorrow. Okay, this the how to load under the middle section we'll see tomorrow. We can create one more file quickly. There we can divide into, instead of 3 rows, we can divide into the 4 rows. This file have any error to anyone, or you are okay? Okay. Concept, what is that, clear or not? One page we divided into multiple parts, and in each part we are calling different contents. Simple. In the term of software development, it's called a module. One main page becomes a main module, and under the main module, under the certain X and Y position, you are calling a sub modules, right? So maybe the sub module will be developed by different person. Maybe header is designed by someone else, footer is designed by someone else, welcome is designed by someone else. 3 people has made 3 files and they given to the fourth person. Fourth person combined all 3 files one place and made the final page. Okay. Okay. So create another file. Frame set 2. frameset2.html. 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 frameset2.html.
Zero, do you want us to save this under frame set?
Frameset, yeah, in the frameset only.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take the copy of frameset1. We will copy everything from the frameset1 and paste under the frameset2. Copy everything from the frameset1 and paste under the frameset2. Okay, so frameset2 is a copy of frameset1. Now in the frameset2, how many columns we have? Sorry, rows, 3 rows. We want to break into 4 rows. Okay, so let's go. Add here 8%, comma 8%, comma 10%, 8%, comma 10%. Only we have added one thing, 8%, comma, nothing else. Now this 8% we want to take from the 70% because total is how much? 100 only. If you have added 8% one separate row, then you have to take from somewhere, right? So we'll take from this 70. So 70 will convert into 62 now. 70 will convert into 62. So total number of column become as a 4 column. If you go in the sequence, header will go to the 8%. So header we don't want, it should go to the 8%. Header should go to the 10% only. So before header, you have to call one more file. Frame src equal to info.html. Okay, call one more file info.html, and you have to create one info file. Background is a blue color. You have to create one more file. Background is a blue color. Info.html, you can create background blue color. Anything? Info file is ready. Which color? Blue color. info.html, body bg color is a blue, bg color blue, bg color blue. Frame 2 you should run, you should not run frame 1, you should run frame 2 now. Frame 2.html, you need to run the frame 2.html. That look like this somewhere. Okay, so page got divided into now multiple blocks. Frame 2.html we need to run. Info.html file will be background as a bg color. Working. Row wise division, not column wise division. Write a font tag inside. We can write a p tag. Align equal to center. Inside we can write a font tag. Color equal to white. And we can put inside colors. It will come in center, that number will print. Something I added. It should cover full, like message plus number will come, it will be cover in the top, but also in the middle section. Top clear, something like this. Address is coming in the top section. We will see you again tomorrow. So in frame set, how many tags? One is the frame set, another one is SRC. Not SRC. Frame have the SRC. Frame set have the rows and columns, plus a property called border. I'll share you some photo. Let's do that as a homework using the frame set. If you are okay, you can try it. Just one or two photo only I'll show you. You can try that. Okay, so what you can do is you can try one page like this. You can try one page like this. One section on the top, one section in the left, one section in the right, and one more section in the bottom. So row wise we have seen how to divide the row wise. There is one line for the column wise. Okay. So let's get some idea from internet also. Row wise you have idea. Now column wise you can try, or let me leave the column wise. Let's work on the row wise only what we have learned. Okay, so one row, second row, third row, and one more as a fourth row. Now in that, let me fill the color. The first row, red color. Second row, some different color. The third row, green color. Last row, blue color. Again, how many rows is required? 4 rows. Height you can decide from your side. Rows height you can decide from your side, but try this one example using frame set. Okay, so we can take one screenshot photo. This we can take one screenshot, or maybe you can take one photo, pic. Then we'll work on the same tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll guide you column wise how to divide and how to use that.
So can you please show me the FrameSet 2 file once?
mset2 file is here.
I have created in the same way, but the only blue color is coming, and but the rest of the color is not coming.
I'll share you this code, you can check it. Comma will be missing. This code came to your chat. Blue color is coming because you are not given comma here. Sequence, comma is there.
Yeah, comma is there.
Code I share in the chat, you can take that. Okay, then see you tomorrow.